Next on Rugby Wrap-Up's MLR Weekly, Lance Cavanaugh of Great American Rugby, Rob Banford and Steve Johnson, movers and shakers in youth rugby, Phaidra Knight on her upcoming MMA battle at Madison Square Garden, and Steve Lewis with everything Rugby Town Sevens. Rugby Wrap-Up's MLR Weekly brought to you by Sheehy Auto Stores. It's easy at Sheehy. The Pig and Whistle, New York City, the world's best rugby pub. And Lean and Limber, stretching your way to a healthier lifestyle.
There is a massive responsibility on the 23 that are privileged enough to step out on that field today.
For those of you looking for John Fitzpatrick, so am I. He's still on vacation, but that doesn't matter because we have a great American, Mr. Lance Cavanaugh of Great American Rugby, and I am dressed in my Great American outfit in tribute to the Great American. Lance, welcome back to MLR Weekly.
Thanks for having me. It's been a long time. I've been waiting for moments like this.
You were front and center, Eagles summer, Team USA, men's 15s. Give us the skinny on what you took away from their matches.
Well, first thing, it's hard to really compare USA summer. Usually we're playing these matches all over, Pacific Nation Cup, so many things going on. But this year, a little bit of difference. Pacific Nation Cup still ahead. Still got a few more weeks, and we'll be playing against the teams on the west side of the ocean, so to speak. But this year, I was trying to figure out the right way to compare this year's team with the past teams. You know, where do we stand? Where do we fit? Taking all of those wins, winning against Spain, winning against Romania, winning against Zimbabwe, taking those victories is a big step forward. But I think that non-capped Argentina match said a lot about our squad. You got to see a lot of hungry players, a lot of young players really put their hands up. And it's really all about Moonshot 2031, at least for me.
All right. So anybody stand out for you, or somebody surprise you that you didn't think was going to perform?
Julius Roberts I don't know what it was. He was inspired during that match against Argentina. Absolutely inspired. Every time you looked up, this man was making a play. He made a mistake early on a high ball. Yeah. And after that, you just seen a completely different player almost. It was almost as if he, wrong word, right phrasing, but like grew up right in front of us. Made that early mistake, and from then on, he was pretty much on a tear.
And I think he was playing fullback in that match, right? Because I had him on last month talking to him about his meteoric rise through the ranks, right? Because he came out of nowhere, literally came out of nowhere. He's a great story. But I asked him what position he felt most comfortable at, and he said 15. So, of course, the following week he was a center. It's like, the young players, you got to take your spots when they're offered to you, right? But I think, we can maybe communicate a little bit better and just ask a player, hey, what's the position you feel most comfortable at?
And once they put him in a position he was comfortable in, I mean, it looked like he was right at home. I mean, the way he was moving around the field, kicking the ball down the field, had some great defensive moments. I mean, that's my standout player. But it's the team itself that showed me something from yesteryear, remind me of the teams of the past. But this year's team reminds me of those hungry teams from the 2010s with all those legendary players that came up, the guys that are more senior now, on their way out now, and the way that they fought to win games against Brazil and Uruguay, the way that they competed to make those World Cup qualifications. This squad reminds me a bit of those teams. And that's a good sign, especially if we're talking about, as I said before, the moonshot of 2031.
Where do you see us ranked in the World Cup 2027? How high do you think we can get, or do you think we'll sink lower?
This World Cup is special because there's a 16-team knockout round. So now instead of it being, pools that have 5 teams in, it's pools of 4. So being the third best team can get you right into these knockout rounds. And I think for us, that is like the best circumstance we possibly can get. Our pool is no joke, right? But we can beat Samoa. We can fight really strong against Japan, very strong against Japan. And we can give France a fright. Now, that equating to being one of the top 16 teams in the World Cup, it just lines up perfectly for us to make the round of 16 and maybe moonshot and make a quarterfinal in the next World Cup instead of waiting until the 2031 like that was illustrated by Scott Lawrence.
Agreed. Now, Lance, before I let you go, Lance, I got to ask you about the attire. You got, what is that? A Great American Rugby hat and an Urban Rugby American shirt?
Well, the Great American Rugby man always dresses to the nines. Definitely have the bucket. Bucket is a feature. Everywhere you see me, you'll see the bucket. But Urban Rugby America does so much with the youth game, and that is the next step. The next point of our evolution as a country is to bring that energy, bring the funding, bring a little bit of flair and style to our youth game, get these young folks ready to play some rugby so that we can have an opportunity, not just for the moonshot of 31, but the 35s and the 39 and everything else that follows the ladies game as well. I think it's a big, important piece of how we change USA rugby history, and that's by making sure the youth is brought in. And Urban Rugby definitely does that, and I can't wait for their next tournament coming up and all the things that they've done and all the ways they've helped youth rugby here in the USA.
Lance, because you're the pros pro, you just gave me a layup for a segue right to Rob Banford and Steve Duma-Johnson, who are in the green room. But I have to break for commercial. But before we do, thank you to Mr. Lance Cavanaugh of Great American Rugby. We'll be right back.
Mercy me, that could have put him in Ward 4.
I hope not, Bill. That's a maternity ward.
Need a great price on a new vehicle? Sheehy makes it easy. Easy Price shows you our lowest prices on the Mid-Atlantic's largest selection. Find your best price online or at any of our 31 dealerships.
It's easy at Sheehy. Sheehy.com.
If you're in New York City and want to watch some great rugby, have some great food, and some great times, go to the world's best rugby pub, the Pig and Whistle on West 36th Street.
And we are back with Robert Banford and Steve Johnson. Robert, you're with Warfield Sports. You're a franchise owner for Rugby Tots.
Yes.
And you are the program director for Atlanta Youth Rugby. Whereas, Steve, you are owner of Rugby Tots America. You're in 6 locations to be expanded soon. You're the Mid-Atlantic High Performance Manager, and you're the director of rugby for Mid-Atlantic Youth Rugby. All right, so we don't have a lot of time, but I just wanted to get you guys on. And Robert, you haven't been on yet, so I wanted you to tell me why you and Steve are on here together.
Well, first, thank you for having us on today. How Steve and I met through a coworker of mine, and Steve's doing combines. I was doing combines. He was doing some amazing things, and I'm doing my best to introduce and expose players to the next level. So we came together and realized that together we can create more, expand the game more, and help athletes in this game. So
I got invited to come down and run a combine for the HBCUs, historically Black college universities in Atlanta. Rob's in Atlanta. We met there. We coalesced on a lot of different ideas and motives, and we moved on from there, became partners in a new company called Warfield Sports Group. And since then, I've been working on growing the game of youth rugby. And we put together a 4-game series up in the Mid-Atlantic area. And I'm running that called the Mid-Atlantic Youth Rugby Series, which comprises 4 local tournaments to grow the game and expose more players to rugby. And we'll have combines, rugby tots, and other events that coincide at those tournaments.
Wow, so you guys are wearing a lot of hats and doing a lot to help grow the game from the grassroots, which is something that we've been trying to do forever. How did you start doing this, Steve, and why?
Playing for a long time, the best sport in the world. It's a give back. So you see the kids out there, and you want them to enjoy this lovely game, and also it creates better humans. And Robert, you and I spoke off camera, and your story is an amazing one, and we don't have time to go into the whole thing, but basically, and I don't mean to make it, to try to cram it all into a couple of sentences, but rugby really changed your life on a personal level. You ended up going to Jesuit in Sacramento, the rugby hotbed, and it transformed your life. Briefly, tell me about that.
So my time in Sacramento, I played a bit of sports, but the moment that Fred Kasijian in Sacramento saw me playing football, he was like, hey, you should come out for rugby. And that first year won a championship, and I literally fell in love with the sport within a week. And as the years have grown, I've really taken it personal because when I first started playing, rugby was the top 10 as far as most popular games in the world. And one all started businesses, got married, everything else, and came back to the game, and it's where it is now. So I really want to help make rugby that much more impactful, not only for youth, but also people of color in the States. So my story has come from that, and just finding somebody that's just like, hey, you know what, you should come play. And from there, it's opened my world, and I just want to open and expose as many kids that had my same story.
We don't necessarily need the next Eagle or the next MLR star. We need rugby fans and kids that like rugby. Are we doing that, do you think? And how much more can we improve? And what resources do you need?
Yeah, it's really funny how you mentioned that, because one of the main goals I had with Rob when we talked about growing a franchise in America was I wanted to have 200,000 new eyes on the game. And to do that, we thought, how easy is it to get families involved at young ages? When the kids are 2 to 7, you immediately have 5 new fans when you get a tot in there. And they tell their friends, all of a sudden you're at 300-400 new fans, and you have these people going to watch local games, which keeps rugby in America. We can watch pro rugby in America, and you can actually build out the fan base, and kids can see what this sport looks like when you play at a higher level. And that starts the pathway. We start now at 2 years old playing rugby, and I coach all ages, all women and men, through all the way to your 40 and 50 year old. And the resources we need is we need to really just understand one thing. When you want to build this pathway out, the client are the kids, the boys, the men, the women, to get them exposure and see what's out there and provide them opportunity to become a real job, and they can go out and play and represent America. So we've been working really hard. Rob's been working his butt off down in Atlanta, finding great sponsors, great people who want to help us grow the game by giving rugby players jobs when they're playing for a half season. Now they can have real jobs. We're trying to find them insurance so they get insured on the off seasons, but we're just trying to give them exposure. And remember that the kids are the clients, not the USA Rugbies or the MLRs. Those are the end products that are helping us get where we want to get. But the kids and are the clients, the fans, the parents, the admins who do the game, help do the things behind the scenes. Those are our clients. We're trying to promote and show the game and get it bigger in America.
And Robert, networking is a key part of this for you, right? Because you as Steve just said, you're working your tail off trying to get sponsors, marketing, and all that. So networking would help, and I can help, introduce you guys to people that I know, if that helps, including, and I'm looking right at you, Shane Young of US Rugby Foundation. You got to meet these two guys and talk to them and get on the same page, or I will use my Photoshop skills and take you down. Was that good enough, guys? Was that too over?
I got shivers, Matt. So that, yeah,
a little over the top, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be an NC-17, definitely.
All right. So, all right, guys, we are basically out of time, but I want to give you guys each 30 seconds on a final thought. Rob, why don't you go first?
I would like to bring this game to not only kids that are ages 2 to 7, but kids that have never played the sport, to families that have never watched the sport, and to fans that love sports. So anytime that Americans get involved in sports, we take it over. So I want to create that competition. I want to create that fandom. And I also just want to help rugby. That's my common denominator. I love this sport, and I want to do everything I can to make it better. I
don't trust you as far as I can throw you.
I have my fingers crossed the whole time.
Good. Let's see. Steve?
Yeah, to add on to what Robert said, is we want to expand the game. So we're looking for these combines to be crossover athletes. There's a lot of athletes out there who can, when they get into the rugby, they're going to be instant rugby stars. And then those stars can go and play overseas. They can go play professionally. And so we have worked with Toulouse and other large rugby teams who have lots of money, who can come out.
Toulouse is a powerhouse in the top 14, one of the best professional leagues in the planet. For
yes, and we currently have placed 3 professional players in local colleges, 2 at Life and 1 at Thomas More, to help grow their programs and also expand, grow the player base. But we're all going to start sending players overseas real soon to France to play after college and during their, if they want to just go straight from high school to go play overseas, we're looking to do that as well. And those kids will all be U.S.-based players, can all come back and play for the USA Eagles.
Guys, I got to laud you. And Robert, you got 2 seconds.
The HBCU Classic for rugby will be happening this spring. It's the homecoming version for rugby.
Excellent. Perfect. On that note, gentlemen, I gotta let you go, but we can continue this talk specifically with Shane Young of the U.S. Rugby Foundation. And on that note, I got to take a break because we've got Steve Lewis, another guy helping to grow the game by coaching. And
the man,
he's
the
waiting
myth.
in the wings, and he talks forever. So we got to take a break. Don't go away. We'll be right back with Steve Lewis. Don't miss the critically acclaimed and entertaining The Rugby Odds, featuring big-name talent, exclusive highlights, strong opinions, well-earned insight, and irreverent, if not downright naughty, behavior. And we are back with none other than my pal and extraordinary rugby coach and personality, Mr. Stephen Lewis. Stephen, how are you?
A little tired. Long week coaching a bunch of kids at Rugby Town Sevens in Glendale. But yet another fantastic tournament to sort of finish off the sort of first block of Summer Sevens in the US.
Steve, give us the skinny on the tournament.
Yeah, I think it's the 14th year now. I feel I've been to 11 I've been to. The best tournament in the Americas in terms of logistics, facilities, and the quality of competition. So you have 16 invitational teams, Olympians, professionals, 53 different nationalities in terms of players. That's phenomenal. Really good quality of
53 different nationalities.
So,
wow.
so they tell me. So in my opinion, it's comfortably the best tournament in the Americas. I was there with the NCR Collegiate All-Americans. So a different sort of outing for me. So it's more hands-on coaching. Previously with jesters, say, you've got a lot of international players. You're just organizing them. So we had 15 kids from 12 different universities, and that is a beautiful thing. Having these kids be able to, as you know, you've been there, to experience Glendale, raise the game, a high-performance environment for a week. We had Nate Augsburger in, and along with Ethan Punier and myself and Killen, we had a coaching crew to try and replicate high performance for those kids, something they'd never seen before. So they had a great time, and that's the purpose of what we're doing with NCR.
All right. How about some personal standouts during the tournament?
Unbelievable. Shout out to a couple of my old blue players. Manati Akui. What a summer he's had. He's captained Old Blue 15s to a national title. He's captained Old Blue 7s to a national title. And he's captained Tsunami to a Rugby Town title.
Wow.
He also won the Sportsmanship Award. So, as you know, big fan. Captain for me, Old Blue, great human. I'm very happy for him to get the success that he deserved. Another one would be Shadi Mendaza. Also played for me, Old Blue, Wheeling University. So he got a double. He got MVP at Club Nationals and MVP at Rugby Town.
Really?
That takes some doing as well. So another great kid. Loads of talent on show, but very happy for those two. Obviously, I know them. Good humans, good rugby players, and, happy for them.
Well, listen, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be a better player or a better coach, you have to go to elevate-rugby.com. It is Steve Lewis in his element, in his wheelhouse. He can make you better as a coach, a player, or an executive. And Stephen, speaking of executive, before I let you go, put your general manager of the Rugby New York team on for a second, the championship team. Any MLR players in that mix in your estimation?
Yeah, well, you've got the draft coming up, right? So it's a more abbreviated draft, obviously only 5 teams. There were a few of the draftees, potential draftees who were there. One in particular played for me, River Hansen, who is from Duke. He is a project, exciting player, goes forward. He played for Mystic all summer against me. I hope he gets drafted. He's another good player, good human. That's what we're after.
And a great name.
It is.
All right, Stephen, before we let you go, anything? Final thought?
Yeah, switching it up. So it's been a busy summer, right? With Costa Rica at the Central American Caribbean Games, National Championship with Old Blue, Rugby Town with NCR, back to Costa Rica to arrange the Rainforest Sevens coming in December.
Ooh.
And then also next month going to Uganda for the Africa Sevens with Nigeria. So the Sevens doesn't stop.
I want your frequent flyer miles.
Yeah.
Mr. Stephen Lewis, thank you. We'll be right back with Phaidra Knight after this.
Going in like a wildcat.
Scrummy, a new rugby app where you can play fantasy, track fixtures, predict results, and follow player stats. Play today. It's about to get scrummy.
You need your cleats? You need them tomorrow? If you order today by 3 p.m. New York time or noon LA time, they can have them to you tomorrow. Young, old, male, female, if you're playing on turf, if you're playing on grass, if you're playing in the rain, you're playing in the heat, they've got you covered. RugbyNow.com. Go there now.
It's 2026! Different year, new opportunity, and where does that start with? Your health. Health Enhanced Food is here to be able to make sure you get on the right path. We got 17 baking mixes just to be able to help you set you on your proper pathway. Whether you're taking it from the spectrum of ketosis, needing keto diet, gluten-free, or you need something more serious because you're diabetic, have renal failure, it's time to bake yourself into the best form that you ever have been. Head to healthenhancedfoods.com. Use code RugbyOdds to be able to get 25% off your first order. And of course, Matt, no, just stop talking. Guys, stop him.
And we are back with Phaidra Knight, Hall of Famer for World Rugby, player extraordinaire in rugby, but now doing something entirely different for quite some time. First off, Phaidra, how are you? Welcome back to MLR Weekly.
Good, Matt. I'm so glad to talk to you. I'm very happy to be back, and it's been way too long since I've been on MLR. It's awesome. It's awesome.
A minute. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute, yeah.
It's been a minute. All right, so Phaidra, you're not playing rugby anymore because you're slacking.
You're right. You're right.
What's your day job, Phaidra?
My day job is going around sniping people with my fist.
Legally.
Legally, yeah. So I'm a fighter. I'm an MMA fighter now. You know, it's funny. I obviously retired from rugby in 2017 and, was just couldn't find the right fit, right? Was restless. Didn't do well with retirement. So in 2019, I decided I was going to come out and give something else a different look and started training for this MMA stuff and have been at it since then.
So what from rugby helped you with the MMA?
Probably the biggest attribute from rugby has been the grit, the ability to develop that getting back up, fall down, you get back up, you get knocked down, you get back up. That's what fighting's all about. You get punched, you get back up. It's that ability.
Sounded like Rocky.
It's just that ability to just get up in the most fatiguing moments, in the most trying circumstances, because you got to go. Well, as in this case, I'm not going to support other teammates. I'm getting up so that I don't, literally die. So having that grit has been incredible. And honestly, just having the ability, I developed, this tenacity in rugby that no other sport could ever provide. And that's been pretty helpful in fighting for sure.
And you mentioned grit, but I got another G word for you, the grind, because you were a grinder through rugby. I mean, you didn't have any support. There wasn't a professional league.
Yeah.
Maybe you had a shot at playing someplace else in a club for overseas, but the professional game for women wasn't there. Right. And yet you still managed to, did you get the fourth World Cup?
No, I decided that I was going to take an opportunity with NBC at that time and actually be a commentator for the fourth World Cup. So I was training for it. And then that's the moment I was like, you know what, it's time to do something a little different. Let me take this rugby role from a different perspective. So I didn't get that fourth World Cup. No.
All right, but you know what? You got a thing coming up, and it's just it's a bout that you have, a fight that you have at a place called Madison Square Garden.
That's right. It's like the most esteemed arena in the world. So
it's the Mecca, baby. It's the Mecca.
It is. It is. It is. All the greats have fought there. You know, obviously Muhammad Ali, and then obviously every sports event that's taking place there has been, you know, sort of pinnacle. So I'm excited about the opportunity.
And it's got to be history on multiple levels, right? I mean, first of all,
right.
you're not fighting in an age bracket.
That's right. I'm right. I'm fighting against 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds. I wish I was fighting against 40 and 50-year-olds, but that does not exist in the sport. I'm an anomaly. So, yeah, it's an incredible honor. For Flex, I'm fighting for Flex Fights promotion. It's historic for them. It's the first time they've ever had an event at Madison Square Garden. It's historic in the sense that I think at this point, I'm willing to say, well, I'm the oldest active MMA fighter in the world. So I'm certainly the oldest that's ever fought in Madison Square Garden, probably in any combat sport. I'm gonna venture to say at that level, and you know, it's professional.
Hold on. I can verify that. I just verified.
It's professional MMA, so it's a pretty historic moment. And you know, this is just one thing in the journey. This is not like a destination for me. I'm still going, and I'm going to keep going as long as I can keep going. So there we go.
All right. So when is it, and how do we get tickets?
All right. So the fight will be, and there will be, I think, several other fights on the card. Saturday, September 26th. It's 2026. And if you want tickets, you can go to my Instagram page, Phaidra Knight. And in the bio, there will be a link where you can access tickets through Ticketmaster. Or you can DM me if you really want a special offer, 20% or more discount. Just DM me, Instagram. I'll take care of you.
Awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to it. And I told my wife, and she's looking forward to it. So we're going.
Awesome.
Looking forward to seeing you in person, a fellow member of the New York Rugby Club, the greatest club to ever exist.
That's right. It is certainly that. I do have to give a shout out to Wisconsin women's rugby, but New York Rugby Club is, you know, that's my heart, man. That's where we started, right? That's where we started.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, Phaidra, again, I'm looking forward to seeing you, and I'm so happy that you're having this success, and we'll see you in person next time.
Thank you, Matt. I look forward to seeing you guys at Madison Square Garden. Come on out. Do it.
Right. Phaidra, unfortunately, we are out of time. So I want to thank Phaidra Knight, World Rugby Hall of Famer and MMA champion to be, plus Mr. Lance Cavanaugh of Great American Rugby, Rob Banford and Steve Johnson, also Steve Lewis for his Rugby Town Sevens recap, and thank you for tuning in. Please check out the Rugby Odds, hit that subscribe button on YouTube, sign up for our weekly newsletter, and please join our American Red Cross blood donor team.